Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live on Blueclouds Media. As usual, my name is Nate Zion. Being joined here by my co-host Steven with a special guest from the Arsenal fame. You all know him, Claude, the big guy. He'll join us here very, very soon, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna just get it going. We're gonna get it going. You know, when Chelsea and Arsenal meet, is always bragging right. The London Derby right here, week 9. It's very close. International football. It's almost over, and we'll be back with the Premier League games. And I know a lot of you have missed the Premier League game, so we'll be looking at lot. We'll be doing a combined 11 as usual. That's what we'll be doing right now. We're doing a combined 11. We have a different opinion. We have an Arsenal fan with that, so that we can see how many Chelsea players can make the combined 11 and how many Arsenal players can make the combined 11. So, guys, be my guest. Grab yourself a cup of water, pop, coffee, popcorn, sit down, relax, and we'll be right back in a second. Welcome back again, beautiful people, and we are live here on Blueclouds Media as we hear, football minutes with live again, discussing the big game that will be taking place on Saturday, the London Derby between Arsenal and Chelsea, Chelsea and Arsenal. You know, they always say London is blue. They will say that London is always red, which is not true, isn't it? Isn't it? If you're Arsenal fan, you don't want to hear this. Champions League. All right, man, let's get it going. My big brother Tony is here with me. Welcome to the stream, Tony and Steven. Steven owns the platform, so I'm not going to introduce Steven. Steve, you guys all know Steven already. Tony, the big guy, is right here. Big Guna, man. Steven, Tony, what's going on, brother?
Hey guys, see, I am right here in Blue Cloud Media. Guys, see ya.
Oh yeah.
See. It's been a long time coming. See ya, guys. Yeah, I'm back here. Yeah, with my brothers. Yeah, a couple of months ago, I had a show with me. And this guy, very, very knowledgeable. He was one of the most knowledgeable Chelsea fans that I've actually sat down with and discussed football. Not noise making or any of all those kind of Chelsea fans. The calm guy, he likes to talk football. He likes the facts a lot. So that's why I believe that I can really have a kind of like a very, very interesting and intelligent discussion with him. Although already he started bringing up that Champions League stuff, yeah, and that's kryptonite to Arsenal fans all around the world right now. But still, see, it's week 9, the London Derby is down here. Yeah, is this the biggest London Derby for the season? I don't think so. But you know what? Yeah, we'll just go straight right into it. I'm Tony Clark Gunner TV, and yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. Great platform, great show, and man, big up to you and Stephen, man. You guys are doing a great job, man.
Big
Big
up
up.
to you, big up to you, Tony. Big up to you. You know what, guys? Follow the man down there. Tony Cloud TV. If you're a Guna man, you don't follow him, then what's wrong with you? What are you looking for? He has a platform that really respects each and everyone's opinion. He doesn't discriminate. Everyone is welcome to his platform, whether you're a blue fan, a green fan, whatever, red, light blue, whatever team you support. Subscribe to this man's platform and show your love. What are you waiting for? I've subscribed to, a Manchester United fan TV. I listen to the Matt Goldbridge. I listen to, the Terry Flores, all these guys. I listen to them. So what difference would it make if you listen to this man, listen to the brain, the sense that he flows on his platform and show him some love? Steven, welcome again. What do you have to say? Your channel is right here, Steven.
Yeah, there's not much to say. Obviously, good to be on the platform as always. Obviously, we recorded something earlier that'll be out soon as well. But yeah, like Tony said, a London derby for us Chelsea fans. It's our second. It's our first of 3 consecutive Premier League derbies. So yeah, it's a big game, man. Straight off the international break, you've got a big game in the evening kickoff.
There you go, Stephen. I've said it all. Big game, evening kickoff, and we'll be looking at. It's not looking good for Chelsea right now. The number of game played, 62 Premier League games played. Chelsea have won 20 of them. Arsenal have won 25. So when you look at the Premier League head to head, the Reds are beating the Blues by 5 game margin, 17 draws. What a record for the Reds. And for some time now, it looks like the Reds have had, they've stretched too many hands on the Blues as Stamford Bridge. But can Mauricio Pochettino's new young squad turn things around? Arsenal having it looks like this their season has been ups and downs, but they have like more of a 70% winning ratio than Chelsea, or more, or maybe more of that. But Chelsea are now trying to find their feet. Young team, it takes time. Young manager, new manager, young players. The youngest team you can find in the Premier League is a Chelsea team, which will take time for them to gel. But everyone predicts that if this team gel and they understand the Mauricio Pochettino style of football, the whole of Europe will be scared of Chelsea, the Blues. I don't know what Tony think about that, but let me go to honest opinion. Mr. Tony, what do you make of Chelsea's team so far, Chelsea Football Club team so far, with the signings, the dealings, and the amount of money they've spent on some players? What do you make of it, Tony?
See, me, see, the proof is in the pudding. Yeah, Chelsea Football Club have spent over £1 billion, yeah, on this team. Yeah, and seriously, I don't even want to even really go into how much Todd Bowley has spent in just in just two transfer windows. Yeah, but those numbers highly astronomical. Yeah, I should give it to you. You've managed to bring in young talent. It's very, very understandable. But again, there's a difference between bringing in young talent, and there's a difference between bringing in talent that you really do need to take you to the next level at Chelsea Football Club. And that's where you guys have a big problem. You've not gone into the market to buy what you really need. You've just gone to the market to just buy what you just want. And right now, it's not really cutting it because you don't really have, um, uh, uh, you know, senior players that are at the top of their game right now to be able to gel with this same young squad you've been able to assemble right now. There's still questions lingering about Pochettino in that Chelsea dugout right now. Was he really a successful manager? His only lay to claim was taking Tottenham Hotspurs to the final of the Champions League. He went to PSG. He couldn't cut it as a big time manager winning the Champions League for them, even if he had lots of resources for them. But see, he has resources right now, yeah. But is it really his team? Uh, I learned that Palmer came in when Pochettino was actually having a press conference on the day. He never even had an idea that Palmer was even coming to the football club. So that raises questions. Is he at the helm of affairs down there? Is Todd Bowley actually handing down instructions? Yeah, from top down to Pochettino. Is he really as free as a manager to actually, coach in this team? And again, that opens up big, big spaces in this Chelsea conundrum right now. I've seen lots of Chelsea fans. You guys have been spoiled with lots of goodies from, of course, Abramovich, who owned that club previously, taking you to the Champions League, won Champions League titles, won English. See, in the last 20 years, Chelsea Football Club is one of the most, prolific clubs in terms of winning lots of trophies. You've
Successful
done that. You've
club in
been there.
England,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and even
You've been
Europe.
there. You've done that. Exactly. I give you the cake. You've done that. But again, my brother, manager changes. Yeah, bringing in players that don't really fit into what you really want right now. But look at the bigger picture that many Chelsea fans aren't seeing. You brought in a coach right now in Pochettino. Yeah. Do you want Pochettino to develop a team? Do you want him to be here to just win trophies in the first season or win trophies in the second season? Or do you want Pochettino to groom this young set of players that you guys have just brought in to be able to allow them to grow and develop into a team that in the next 3, 4 seasons, you'll be challenging for the big honors. And I'm sorry, I've seen lots of Chelsea fans. They're not really that patient, either with the football club, either with the coach. And I think this will be the cost for a big, big, big downfall for Chelsea if the Chelsea fan base don't tone it down a bit and understand that Pochettino is not here to conjure up or magically, yeah, take you guys to to the Champions League next season or to just win the league this season. He is gradually going to develop a team, build a team that can successfully go and beat the Hydra monster called Manchester City. And you know what? Yeah, that's the opposite, and that what brings me to the Gunners at the on the flip side. The Gunners, of course, 4 years with Mikel Arteta. You can see he came in, he met lots of crappy players that were there, players that didn't even want to even be in that Arsenal dugout. But right now, in under 4 seasons, he has actually won an FA Cup title. I give that to him in his first season. But the biggest thing of it all here is last season going head to head with Manchester City and fighting the big Hydra monster. Yeah. Pushing them all through to the wire last season. Yeah. To just 5 points last season. So Arsenal have been able to develop a team, groom a team by Mikel Arteta under 4 seasons. It's not 1 year. So whenever Chelsea fans, are lashing out there about, we're not so good, we don't have the players, we don't have what we really do need. Todd Bowley is doing this, Todd Bowley is doing that. Pochettino is not good enough. You really have to understand you are building a young team and developing a young team to be able to go head to head with the monsters who have already built a team.
Thank you very much, Tony. Tony have said it, guys. Tony Cloud, Guna TV, guys. Tony have said it all, and what Tony said makes a lot of sense. And I think I'm in the same line with what just Tony said. Stephen and I are all in the same line with just what Tony has said. If you're a Chelsea fan, you're a Chelsea supporter out there, and you're thinking Mauricio Pochettino is going to win that trophy within the first season or even the second season, then I'm sure you don't know football, which I do understand. I know Tony even just said, Chelsea fans have been spoiled with the number of players that Abramovich brought in and the sacking of managers. If you're not performing, you got to go. Another manager has to come in and shake things up, which hasn't helped the team. And I understand what Tony is saying. This is a different model, a different way of bringing a football club. Abramovich model is gone, is way gone. Abramovich wasn't really interested in making profit.
Mm.
These new owners have invested money, and as a businessman, you invest the money the right way, and you want
Mm.
something out of it. Or more or less,
Mm.
Abramovich was not willing to get any profit out. He was just throwing the money in there, throwing it out.
Yeah.
Let the club become successful every year, but it wasn't the right way, because if we have to go every 3 years to win a Premier League trophy, that should tell you that model wasn't right. Look at how Manchester City, with time, they gave to Pep Guardiola. Every year, everyone could say 95% that Man City are going to win the Premier League. Man City are winning it because there is progress. There is one then manager has groomed a team for 4 or 5 years. We know what Jurgen Klopp also went through a long period of time, and there was so much pressure on him to win the Premier League. He finally did it by building his own team. And we know Pochettino, it will take time. These are young players, below the age of 23. It's about, think about three players that are within the age 25 and 30, 39 or
You have
38.
the youngest
You know,
squad in the
the
Premiership
youngest
right
squad in the
now.
Premiership.
Arsenal
Yeah,
used to have
Mhm.
that, but you have that right now.
now.
That says a
So,
lot. And there's one other factor that people are also forgetting. Also, I'm sorry to coming down there, Nee.
that's
See,
okay.
yeah, there is a much bigger problem. It's not only about football clubs trying to develop and groom players right now. Yeah, you also need to understand the competition. The terrain in England has changed. When Abramovich was spending money here and there were only
A
three top
few
clubs.
clubs that could
Uh, Three top
compete.
clubs in the league. Right now, my brother, look at what's happening to Newcastle. Newcastle look like warlords in Europe, trashing and
Brighton,
destroying
Brighton Football
PSG.
Club.
That's what I'm talking
Tony
about.
Clude, or whatever his
What
name is, Tony. Yeah,
what about Aston Villa? What about Aston Villa? Cash injection, cash injection
Arsenal
into all
pumping
these
money too.
football
Arsenal are
clubs
still pumping
are
money.
growing.
Yeah,
Exactly. We just spent £105 million this summer on Declan Rice. That's how high stakes it is right now
okay,
in the league. Many other teams, the competition are getting better. Many other competitions are getting cash injection from Saudi Arabia. Big, big, big money's coming
that's right.
in form of these consortiums. Mind you, Tottenham Hotspurs might even gazump Chelsea Football Club in the coming months because a certain sheikh who wanted to acquire Manchester United has grown tired with Manchester United's gimmicks and right now wants to rather, go into Tottenham Hotspurs and go and invest that money in form of a consortium. And guess what? Daniel Levy, being a greedy guy that he is going to sell Tottenham Hotspurs, and that's it. Tottenham Hotspurs will be amongst the biggest teams in the league, and they will have enough money to go
Spot
spend,
on.
and that's the problem right now. So many competition.
Spot on. Thank you very much, Tony. Stephen,
Mm-hmm.
over to you.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that you've said there that just really needs to be said to like some of this Chelsea fan base, right? People have got so stuck in the ways of when we had Roman, and they don't understand like these guys. Yeah, you look at Bowley, and I always forget the guy who he owns the Dodgers with, but he's on the ownership as well. Mark Walter, that's it. And they built a successful franchise, as they call them in America. Yeah.
Yeah,
You look at Clear Lake, what's their business, right? Their actual business. For their business to work, they need us to have success so that they can make profit and give it to the people who invest in their sort of company and stuff like that. That's what they need.
Yeah,
So they're not here. They're not going to do what the Glazers and that do, come in, take money out. They can't do that for the first 10 years anyway. There's a lot of stuff they can't do. But I think what people get annoyed about is like they've looked at it and they've gone, oh, it's American owners. It's got to be like the Glazers. It's got to be like what Arsenal have got and all this stuff. And it's like, well, you're just generalizing American ownership in the Premier League. It's just not the way it should be because these guys they've said publicly what they want to do. So it's out there. But that's the thing. We're building a young team because you can't change about 5, 6, 7, 8 players every summer anymore.
yeah,
You look at the slow start you can't do that. You can't buy bulk loads of players every summer to go into your starting 11 every year because then you start slow and then
true.
people go, oh, well, we signed this player and we signed that player and we signed this player. We should be here. No, that's what part of the thing is this summer, right? You look at some of the people we got. Okay, this summer and last summer we kind of needed to try it because obviously the squad needed a big overhaul. And people go, but we got this guy and blah blah blah. He's meant to do this and he's meant to do that. It's like you don't understand. Things take time. Not only is it a young squad, but we've got a lot of players in. On top of that, we've had a lot of injuries. I think we're already at about 20 odd injuries this season alone, and we're 8 Premier League games in. So that don't help, especially when it's
Mm,
people like Nkunku. Like people just seem to pick and choose what they want, and that's not the way it is. You got to just look at it and go, okay, we're in this situation. But for the most part, I think our performances have been quite good. We've not got the results, but looking at the performances, for the most part, you could make the argument we deserve to win the majority of our games. And it's one of those where if it's not your day, it's not, and it goes the other way, they get a bit of luck. It is what it is. Look at the Bournemouth game, for example, we had, right? I don't know if you saw it, but we
yeah.
had the goal line scramble. If you're in form, that goes your way. You had the free kick from, I think it was Sterling, hit the bar, bounced directly on line with about half of it over the line, I think it was, and then out. Another thing, if you're in form, you get luck. that luck goes your way. It's one of those things, right? But we look like we're starting to get somewhere now. We look like we're starting to get the results to go with the performances. And okay, it's probably well, actually,
I would say
it's
you
not
should.
gonna
I
be
would say you should
easy on
tread
some.
carefully. I would say you should tread carefully. What when you make statements like that. You've just only beaten Burnley, who hasn't even gotten a win in this league this season. Yeah, but they'll probably battle relegation this season. You've just only played Fulham. Of course, you won that game against Fulham. Fulham, have had bad form, in recent games. You beat Brighton, of course, in the EFL Cup, but it doesn't really look enough. You need to have a sustained amount of games, 5 games, come out there with bruising wins. Might not be the prettiest of wins either way, but you should come out with at least 3, 4 wins, put them together, and then let's see where you go in the
But
league. I'm not
but
talking
Tony,
about
but
Yeah,
Tony,
no, for
the
sure. But
EFL Cup.
the
Tony,
whole
they'll
thing,
tell
like,
you.
we're
They say
starting to build it, is what
you
I'm saying.
beat
I'm not
the
saying
one
we're
they put in
there,
front of
but
you.
we're slowly getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Look,
yeah.
look at our first game. Look at our
I
first
do
game.
get that, but I
Look
do
at our
get that.
first game
But you need
against
to
Liverpool,
string.
Tony.
You
Look at our
need
first
to
game against
string.
Liverpool.
You need to string wins together. You need to string wins together, not just one, not just two. You've had 2 consecutive games. That's what I'm saying. In the Premiership, you need 4, 5 games. Play together. Make a big statement against Arsenal in your yard. Make a big statement against them. Come out with a draw. You'll be revered. And slowly, when you're being revered, the confidence comes out. It comes in within your team. It sips through your team easily. And then you can string 1 or 2 wins here and there. And then you can come out and say, okay, we're cooking right now. And we can, start looking up to the future. But right now, tone it down a bit. Tone it down a bit. It's just 2 games. It's just Burnley. It's just Fulham. You know, uh,
I'm not taking
look at
that from you, Tony.
look
I'm
look
not toning
forward
nothing
look
down. This is
forward in
Chelsea.
making a big
This
statement
is Chelsea, the
against
biggest the
Arsenal.
biggest club in London. This is the biggest club in London. I'm not toning it
And
down.
that's the
I'm going for a win.
discrepancy. That's the discrepancy. You're
No,
looking
I'm
at
not.
Chelsea Football Club as a big football club, but right
Yeah.
now you're looking at your football club that's played 8 games, scored only 11 goals, despite your team nearing almost 1 billion in spending for the
Mhm.
past seasons, and you don't have a very, very straight killer in terms of a big striker. Where was all the money you spent? And that's the difference, yeah, between you and a team like, let's say, maybe Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah,
Let
they
me
have
let
a
me let me
manager who
explain. Let
just
me
came
explain this,
in
Tony.
less
I
than
know,
2 months and started winning games and playing champion
Tony.
football.
Let
While
me
you have
explain.
a manager who has spent money and
Uh,
couldn't bring in a prolific striker for
let
you
me let me
guys.
explain
In
this to
eight
you, Tony.
games, you've scored just 11 goals and you've conceded 7 goals this season.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you very
sorry,
much.
Still second best
there's a lot.
defense, though.
Thank you very much, Tony. Tony, 1 billion, as you say, has been spent. But when you look at the calculations very well, the players that are with the football club, a lot of money are spent to some players that are not even in the football club. Chelsea is looking at 10 years ahead, not just today and tomorrow. So we have a player we spend at least about 25 million on, who is with what's the name with the is it not Colombia? Is it Colombia, right, Steven?
Oh, you're on about
Candy Paez.
Kendry Paez. That was
Yeah,
Candy
about, I think
Paez.
that was 15
Pies.
million
Yeah.
total.
50 million or something spent on him.
Good player, by the way. I like
Young
that guy.
player. Yeah, young
Young
player.
player.
So those money are also added to that 1 billion that you're talking about. I know a lot of players, money has been spent, but if you look at these players, these are players that you think that they have 7, 8 years ahead of them. They haven't even hit their prime yet. They haven't hit there at all. But if you look at Arsenal right now, you spend money on Partey. Out of this Partey, look at how much money you spend on Partey. You spend now. Partey is even not getting game time. You spend a lot of money on Declan Rice. How long will you guys have Declan Rice? How old is Declan Rice? 25 years or 24 years? Declan Rice age. Look at his age right
Yeah,
now. How long?
he's about 24 years.
Yeah.
He just
How?
came to the football club. He's an
I
European
understand.
Cup winner. Played
Yeah.
multiple times with West Ham. That's done great things for West Ham. Won an European
I'm just
title last
counting.
season. He
I'm
just
just
qualified.
adding up.
He just helped
No
his
one
team
is adding
qualify
up.
for the Euros just day before yesterday.
I
That was a
understand,
big
Tony,
game,
but no
and
one
he
is
has big games for the
adding
football
this
club.
money. No one is calculating all this money. How much you spend on Kai Havertz? 60 million and over, or whatever, less or whatever. How long are you gonna have
And
Kai Havertz at the football
and
club?
that's why Mikel
So
Arteta has to deliver this season. It's simple. He
look
has to
how much
deliver.
money you spend on this Belgian player from Brighton. How long will he even get there? He doesn't even
Trossard.
start. Trossard. How long? Look at his
Which belt?
age.
Okay,
Look at his
yeah.
age already. So, people add all this money. We spend a lot of money, but they are very young players. And if things goes on well, we look at how much Chelsea spent Eden Hazard for at age 28, getting close to 30. We got almost over 100 million plus him winning the Champions League. We had 30 million back from Eden Hazard. You get on a good business over there. If these players over there, if they play it very well, and we have these young players also coming in, we can sell these players for over that much money with 7-8 years contract on their book. You get what I'm saying? But yes, guys,
And that's the bigger problem that you're not seeing. You
I've
have
seen it. It's a
players.
problem there. It's only if they
You've
don't
had
perform.
players.
If they don't
Me
perform, we will have a hard time to sell them. Yeah, I
When you
do.
paint it in that when you paint it with that brush, yeah. See,
Yeah,
you brought in Modric. You brought in Modric for big money. He came to this country for big money, to your football club for big money, and
we would
on a
have been in your
slavish
football
contract
club
about
too.
8 years. See,
Only
what's
five
the
million difference.
motivation for Modric?
Only 5 million
What's the
difference, Tony.
motivation for Modric to
Mhm.
perform on a Chelsea shirt? He already has a goddamn contract. He already has big time money.
Yeah,
What keeps him from actually saying, "Hey, I want to really perform"? He has a goddamn contract up to nearly 8 years. Enzo, the same thing on a slavish contract. There is no motivation for these players to actually
Tony.
play. Would you say that Enzo has fulfilled his potential in the Chelsea midfield this season?
Oh, right now,
That's a,
look, Enzo,
that's a
Enzo
yes or
Fernandez.
no answer.
It's
That's a
like
yes.
I've
That's a yes
told
or
you.
no.
I wouldn't say
That's
no.
a
I
yes
wouldn't
or
say
no,
yes.
sir.
It's in between. It's in between because it's a new team, just like you said. You're building a new team. It will take a while for all these minerals we're putting together to gel, for the recipes we're putting together to come together to have a very tasty meal. It will take time. Just like you said, we haven't seen the full potential of Modric yet. Modric could have been an Arsenal right now if just those little 5 million or whatever, that was the difference between what Chelsea added to it to get. But
all I'm
to be
just
honest
saying
with
is that
you,
there are lapses in the way you do business, and you need to recognize this.
well,
And
right now you haven't. I
I will
understand.
fall back to
You can
other
criticize, and
examples.
you can
Tottenham
criticize the
Hotspurs, they just
dealings.
came in, brought in a new
Steven,
manager. He brought
um,
in one or two players, not even up to what Chelsea has, and they're cooking. Look at Eddie Howe. He hasn't even spent up to even what Chelsea Football Club has
but he
spent
can't spend that. He
in
doesn't
just
have the. They
one
don't have the
season.
power to.
In
They
just
don't have
one
the power to
season,
spend what
and
we are spending.
he's got that club
No, no,
cooking. They're warlords in
no.
Europe right now,
Look,
looking pretty. And your club, I'm sorry, you're not the
look at the
same. You're
average
11th in
age
the
of.
league.
Look at the
Even after
average
playing
age.
Champions
Look
League.
at the average age of Eddie Howe's team, and look at the average age of Chelsea players. That should tell you. Most of them have Premier League experience, but how
Won't you
long?
say it's strategic buying? Won't you say it's strategic
It is
purchases?
strategic
They
buying.
brought in Isaac from Real Sociedad. Look at him. He's turning up the league. He's heating
I
it up.
I do understand, but look, what Chelsea are doing right now hasn't been successful. Doesn't mean it won't be successful. But when it gets better or when it becomes successful, you guys, same people will come back and say, "Wow, Chelsea have done good business. Chelsea have
I
done
get
that."
you.
Let's
I'm
wait.
sorry,
I
Stephen,
know.
man. I'm a bit of a wind up, yeah. And of course,
Yeah, I know,
me
All
has
and
good.
I
shot my
understand
rat
because
before, so
there's a lot of criticism
we
out there,
already
but
know how we're
we
doing.
have to. All right, guys, we're watching the Football Minutes live on Blueclouds Media. We're getting to the stage where we have to do a combined 11. We've done 30 minutes of live streaming so far, and it's been hitting up over here. And I like my brother Tony over here. He's bringing the negatives out of Chelsea Football Club. We have to highlight those negatives because they're very, very important on how the football club, whether we've done good dealings, and how the future lies for Chelsea Football Club, and also just like I said, Stephen, yeah, constructively, real
Constructive.
good constructively. It's not just criticizing for criticizing. It's a very, very
Yeah.
constructive criticism is what he's doing. He's a very, very smart guy, and I do understand where he's coming from. But sometimes, like I said, it's too early to criticize these new owners. They haven't even spent a whole season yet. I think the second season so far. So let's see how things go and how things go with Mauricio Pochettino. No one knew he could have taken. He was going to take Tottenham Hotspur's football club to a Champions League final, but the man did. So we know with time how many managers has been successful at PSG. You know how many managers. So I wasn't surprised he couldn't do it at PSG, but maybe with time, with the time that Todd Bowley and Chelsea hierarchy people have for him, he might be successful. So, guys, let's get unless Steven, you have anything you want to
Mhm.
say whilst I'm getting ready for the combined 11 and see how many Chelsea players will fit into the combined 11.
That'll be
Maybe
an
one.
interesting one, man. That'll be an interesting
Maybe
one,
one.
man, because I've been seeing Chelsea fans, man. What they are putting in that starting XI, man, it's out of this world, atrocious. Like,
Bro, you probably get
oh
one,
my
two at a
god,
push.
interesting.
Do you know? Um, I got a question for you, Tony. Right? So obviously, as a Chelsea fan, like we feel Kai didn't do much. We were quite happy to get rid of him, right? Especially when you look at we got what 65 mil for him, got Nkunku in for 55 mil. From an Arsenal
Yeah,
perspective, what's
yeah.
your view on Kai Havertz? Like, what do you think about him joining your club? Do you think he'll become
Mm.
good long term? What have you made of him so far?
See, yeah, that signing came out of the blue. It came out of the blue. No one knew when that signing, just blew up and it just blew up in our faces. So the Arsenal fan base were forced actually to to just see Kai Havertz in our football club. Yeah, we've seen his performances. He hasn't hit more than 7 goals in a season. I'm talking of in the Premiership for you guys. Seven in the previous one in the last 2 years. Also
Hmm.
7 goals. It doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it. But again, of course, the only lay to claim is that he scored a Champions League goal for you guys. But again, I do really understand what Mikel Arteta was trying to do with that signing. It was just trying to kind of like just bring back the heydays, yeah, of Kai Havertz when he was in the German Bundesliga, yeah. Want to
Hmm.
bring back those heydays because Kai Havertz is that guy, yeah. Because we never have a number 9 in Arsenal Football Club right now. Our only number 9 that we do have that should be staying in the 18-year box is out there doing not lots of link up play. I'm talking of Gabriel Jesus, who's meant to be our number 9. So he's not traditional in that nature. He's not always in the box. So at the end of the day, when he's out there doing lots of link up play, we actually are missing a gunman who is in and about the 18-yard box to just scoop in those loose balls. And that was what Mikel Arteta was thinking, that Kai Havertz, mostly with his height, but of course he uses his head very well. He has a very, very good ratio when using his head, to be very fair to Kai Havertz. Yeah, but again, is not just good enough. And again, for 65 million pounds, yeah, you should be coming with a whole lot of razzmatazz. You should be, hitting the ground running immediately. Yeah, when you're spending close to 65 million pounds plus add-ons. Yeah, and he hasn't lived up to that billing. The fan base have real, real, real big problems with Kai Havertz. But again, right now, Mikel Arteta, I think, has been listening to the fan base, and right now he's not bringing him from the bench, and that's what you want from your 65 million pound signing. Come up from the bench, yeah, lay
Hmm.
a claim to the team why you should be in that team, and look at how we beat Manchester City. It was an assist from guess who? Kai Havertz, 65 million pound signing. Allow this guy regain his confidence. That's just it. But don't just bring him to the team, yeah, and cause a big ripple effect to other team members who would say, "Hey, what has this guy done to warrant him being in the first 11 day in, day out, week in, week out?" So, Mikel Arteta, I think I've listened to the criticism out there, and I started bringing him, from the bench, which I think, you know, he would just ride his luck until January when we would go and bring in a potent striker in Ivan Tone, Pedro Neto, who could, be coming into the football club. So, my idea and ideals about Kai Havertz is not really of big grandeur. I just think he's a passenger in this team, and he has outlived his usefulness in this Premiership. Maybe in the German Bundesliga he might cut it, but in England I don't really think he's too slow. He can't move at the same pace with more pacey players. Arsenal have more pacey wingers, more pacey midfielders that like progressing with the ball, and Kai Havertz is kind of like a little bit too sluggish, too lazy to move at the same pace with these players that like running in lightning speed. So he doesn't progress as Arsenal midfielders and wingers progress with the ball, and sometimes coincidentally is always causing a little bit of a blockade in that left hand side. So it's a big worry
Okay.
for Arsenal.
I
Football
was
fans.
I was gonna say the same thing, that if Arsenal fans think they can get anything better from Kai Havertz that Chelsea haven't got before, then I don't think it's ever gonna happen, because Kai Havertz is a player that will give him the chance to build up from the bench, the time to start in 11, and it's still the same thing. He moves in slow motion, just like Joe Joyce. If you watch Joe Joyce against Gilles, you see the same thing from
Yeah,
Kai Havertz.
that's a
So
big one. Okay, good.
So it just needed a quick refresh.
yeah, I just refreshed it. So I saw Sanchez's name, Robert.
Watch as soon as he puts it on the screen. Watch.
It's different faces now. So, all right. So we get Robert Sanchez in there on the right back here. We have Saliba, right? You
No,
said William
Ben White.
Saliba. No,
Saliba.
Ben White or Ben White.
hmm
Ben White is right there.
Okay, he comes up.
That was
Okay,
Saliba.
and then that was Saliba. Yeah.
See, I told you I wasn't going mad. I told you it was working when I checked it earlier.
Okay, we got William Saliba, and then here is Thiago Silva, and who fights over that position?
It's Gabriel, isn't it?
Gabriel
Oh,
Gabriel Magalhaes. Let's
this
don't
guy
act
is
as if this
very,
guy
very
is not.
erratic. Would you go, Tony? What do you think? Gabriel,
Are you
Gabriel,
serious?
yeah, Gabriel, and then Thiago
But,
Silva.
but I
Who
know
makes
you.
that role?
I hope you know that. I hope you know that after 8 games, that Arsenal is the best defensive side in the league. I hope you know this.
Right.
Joint
Yeah,
with
so
City,
Gabriel.
and we're joint second.
Yeah,
So
you
you've
joined
actually
with
got two of the
with
best
City.
defenses in the
We're
league.
joined with City in that. Just 6 games. Just 6
And
goals.
then we're one
we've
goal.
conceded.
Well, Tony,
conceded
let's
more than
balance the
you,
defense
but
here. Let's put
that's
Thiago Silva
actually
there.
two of the best
Okay.
defenses.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
but it's
balance.
laughable if you put that up. No, the credibility of your channel is at stake. If you put Thiago Silva over,
He's trying to play
it's
the channel
laughable, man.
credibility.
All right,
card.
It's
Gabriel.
laughable. It's
Gabriel,
laughable.
look,
And again,
look, but listen,
in the
Gabriel,
Serious
Brazilian
question,
team,
though.
in
Gabriel
the
hasn't been
Brazilian
starting
team,
every game.
Gabriel
Gabriel hasn't been
Magalhaes
starting
started
game.
up. No,
Has he been starting all
Gabriel
game?
started in the last. He
Yeah,
started
all
in
the
the
game,
game
because I
against
think he
Uruguay.
was on the bench until lately he started playing, isn't it? How many games has he played?
But
Has he played? Tony, how many games
see,
has he
man,
played? Because Thiago Silva has
you
played
mean
all the
the
games this season. How many games has
you mean this
Gabriel?
season?
Yeah.
Oh, this season deliberately the manager put him on the bench for the first 2 games. So he's come in and played.
He's played
Let's say about
7,
more.
started 5
He's
in the
played about
Prem.
6 games.
Okay.
He's
About
played
started
7
6
in the
games.
Prem,
yeah,
started
5.
5.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna put his name there. Gabriel's name gonna be there. I agree with you. I
But
want
of
to
course, it's
be.
your channel. If you want to, you have the
No,
right to
it's
do
not
whatever
just being
you
it's
want.
not just being my channel. We have to be, be fair, and then we can balance very well. Although Chelsea might not be on top, just like you said. Look, you guys are the best defending team. In it's a team. You said team, but sometimes some
Yeah.
individual players can come from Chelsea alone. That
Yeah.
if you go based on the defense being the best defense in the league, you're not gonna have any player at all from Chelsea, because you get what I'm
course.
saying.
Mm.
Because if you say, okay, the best team with the most attacking number of goals scored in the Premier League, then obviously we're not going to have any player coming from Arsenal, because Man City have scored all the goals. Does it make sense,
Okay.
Stephen? You get what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, so we can
Fair
sometimes weigh in and see, okay, although Chelsea are 15th on the table, but certain individual players have
15th?
played.
Hang
No,
on,
I'm
hang on, hang on.
example.
11th.
No.
It's just an example.
Example.
Stephen, don't worry. It's
Example.
just an example.
I'm saying if let's say Chelsea is on 15th on the table, it means that
Yeah.
certain individuals that have played very well, or do the whole team is not playing well. You get what I'm
Bro's
saying?
trying to take me back to last season, you know.
That won't happen. So let's look at the left back row. We have Ben Chua, who has been up
How
and
many
down.
players have you played left back? Because for us, it's consistently been, well, for the most part, it's been Colwell. But I swear you've played Partey there, you've played Zinchenko there. Who else?
No, that's a fallacy. That's a fallacy.
Or was Partey playing?
Thomas Partey has never played left back before. It's not true.
I swear he has played left back
before.
So who's been playing the left back?
Thomas
Partey played in right back position for
it
the
was
first
right. Okay.
2 games this season.
Yeah, he's atrocious.
And Ben
Partey
White
is
was
atrocious.
moved. And no, he's not atrocious. Come on, man. That's your brother.
No,
Lee,
I watch
that's
him.
your brother, man.
Yeah,
That's
I watched him.
country,
I watched
man.
him just 2 days ago
That's your
against
country,
America.
man.
He was shit. He was shit against America. We conceded 4 goals in the first half. He gave so many balls away. Partey was shit. That's why he playing the left back, center back, right back, midfield, attack everywhere. Because he's shit.
I feel like part of that emotion's coming from how bad we were last year as well.
That's very unfair, man. That's unfair.
Oh, but
That's
to be honest,
countryman.
let's go.
Thomas Partey. See, last season. I'm sorry, Nia. I have to defend this guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Last season, yeah.
Last season is done. He was good. I wouldn't lie to you.
This
last
guy
season
was
he was
considered.
Yeah.
As the best CDM bar Rodri last season.
Yeah.
You can even chip in Casemiro
Arteta is gambling. Arteta is gambling with this guy.
Come on, man. And again, he's just coming back from an injury, man. Come on, man.
All right, okay.
In fact, that's his first big international game that he's played. It's not fair, man.
All right, Tony. Who do you? Steven and Tony. Let's.
You just took Thomas Partey down, man. It's not fair.
But let's put Partey aside. Let's put Partey aside. Who do we put in that role? Levi Colwill has been very, very impressive this season. He plays that left role for Chelsea. So Levi Colwill and who do we? Levi Colwill.
Okay, Levi. Okay.
Yeah, Levi Colwill. He plays for the I think the Three Lions national team. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Levi Colwill decides not to pick his best mate Maguire. Yeah.
So we put Levi Colwill in that position, isn't it?
Wait, so you're not even considering the other guy who is there for Arsenal?
That I asked you. You never told me. I keep asking who plays for you, the Gooners.
Zinchenko.
I know you. Oh, Zinchenko. No. Zinchenko
Ukrainian
compared to Levi Colwill. Is he better than Levi Colwill? Levi Colwill was.
My God! Man, the level of disrespect, man. Come on, man. I can understand if you want to put him just to, put that balance. I get.
Let's get the balance. Let's get the balance because
on, man.
although
hasn't trust on his name. Yeah, let's just you can put Colwill there, but let's just go without no words. So let's just move without no words.
Absolutely,
because,
I agree.
What I'm saying is that Zinchenko's only started 5 games.
Zinchenko started 5 games, but Levi Colwill have started all the games, isn't it?
But I do like Colwill anyway.
And out of position.
And even that's not his preferred position anyway. But he's been good.
Why are you putting LAV as if you're putting Lavia?
Oh, but where'd I go?
I was like, why is he about to start typing?
Why am I typing in Lavia? I was looking at the screen. Like
LEV.
LEV. Yeah.
You put LIV. You're tired today, isn't it?
A little bit. It's right there. Come on. Show your face. A little bit. We've done 2 recordings so far. We've done the podcast.
Well, this is the second one.
Colwill,
this is the second one.
Yeah. To a multiple winner, Zinchenko. I'll allow that pass, man.
But still, Tony, this is what I just said. He's been one of the standout defenders in our team. So definitely, you guys have 3 already in there. You cannot have. Let's get the balance right. 3 guys from your team, 3 guys in the defense, 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender for us. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
All right, so we go.
You're getting basically every attacker anyway, and majority of the midfield.
Yeah. Okay, so we go with the center, and the DMs. I think the DMs over there. We're playing
Mhm.
a three. I think three. Is it three? B. I chose B, right? Yeah, B.
There you go.
So who would we go? Declan Rice, right? Rice.
I mean, if it's
Mm,
between Rice and
yeah,
Caicedo, even I'm going Rice. Come
Yeah,
on,
we go Rice.
yeah, right, yeah,
you can't not go Rice. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
yeah.
we all agree on that. That was easy pick. On the left side of the midfield,
I'm waiting for the
attacking one.
comments that go. Steven said Rice because he's English.
All right, who do we have there? For us now, we have Odegaard. Oh, it's great, man. We have Odegaard there, and who else? We have Odegaard. We have
Shahai.
uh, I think Odegaard is the guy that plays in that role, isn't he?
Yeah,
Tony
it's Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Odegaard.
Odegaard. Yeah.
Odegaard will be the guy there. So, also another easy pick, Martin Odegaard.
Mm.
Martin Odegaard. I
You
think
need to add an R.
huh?
You put Matin.
E, right?
No, bro.
MAR.
MAR.
Yeah, MAR.
Yeah, MAR. Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you go.
there we go. We got Odegaard right there. I like that guy, man. But he's an average when
No,
you go to
Odegaard
Norway.
is on the other side. It's usually on the other side.
This
On
side.
the other. Yeah.
You're gonna
Okay.
make him type
On,
out
on
thing
the,
again, Matin.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
There you go.
yeah.
He's there.
Okay. And then I'll change
Yeah, it's
this one.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Who should be in that place? Who are we looking for? We have Enzo Fernandez. We have Emil Smith Rowe. We have Fabio and Daniel. So do we go for none of the players over here? Enzo Fernandez, isn't it?
You,
Because look at the
you,
other players there.
usually the person who starts there
Mhm.
every game before was Kai Havertz, but
Yeah.
Oh
now it
yeah,
has been
there's no
changed.
question.
Yeah, yeah. It has been changed. So,
So
but
Enzo Fernandez, right?
again, so I'll just give it to Enzo Fernandez. Yeah,
Enzo,
sure.
yeah.
Kai don't lay a hand on Enzo, bro.
No,
No,
Do you
but
know what?
Enzo has been poor this. No, Enzo.
Part
No,
of
no,
me is
no. But
so
Enzo has
happy we
been
got
poor
so
this
much for him.
season. Enzo has been poor this season. Also, he hasn't been good enough. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if because of this you want to talk up Enzo has had a
yeah.
good season. Then
I'm
good
not
and
saying
No,
not
he's
I
had a
wouldn't
terrible.
good
say no, no,
season,
no.
but
But
We wouldn't say
deep
then
inside,
you
you
look
know that
at it in
Enzo
no.
comparison to
hasn't had a
Yeah,
Havertz.
good season.
it
He
is
hasn't.
true, but he hasn't got a good season. But still, when you compare Enzo Fernandez' poor season with Kai Havertz, he still beats him. You get what
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying?
I'm not comparing two of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyone is
yeah,
better than Kai
yeah,
Havertz
yeah.
right now. His confidence is low. He
And
can't
that's
run
coming
the
from
ball
an
Absolutely.
enough.
Arsenal.
Anyone
Do you
is
Yeah,
know?
better.
Yeah,
But
this is
again,
one of those where like it's like the Jorginho
it
one, right?
doesn't
Where
still
we
mean that
can
Fernandez.
agree because it's one of them.
So
That's the
who
thing.
would it do it? Pate has been coming from injury, so he hasn't played many games. Oh,
Yeah. So
well,
I would
yeah,
remove Tom Partey from the
yeah,
midfield for now
yeah,
because he hasn't been
Mhm.
playing. Yeah, but he's
absolutely.
back
So
now. It's back now. So
Enzo is
it
very
means
lucky.
that
Enzo is very lucky. He hasn't got any strong competitor in the national team. Else he wouldn't have been in the lineup.
Mhm.
So lucky Enzo.
But
All right.
but the thing that I'm sorry, Nee. If
Yeah, go ahead.
maybe Thomas Partey,
Mhm.
has been playing, maybe he has played like 3, 4 games, then
Yeah.
Declan Rice will move down that left hand side,
Hmm.
box to box
As in
midfielder,
Rice
and
would move
Thomas
further
Partey will sit.
up
Yeah,
towards
he will
Enzo
move
plays
further up
party
the
sits deeper
pitch.
where Rice
Yeah,
is.
exactly. And that's where he's the
Right.
most dangerous kind of player as a box to box kind of midfielder,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
interchanging with the CDM. So
Isn't that what
Thomas
Rice wants
Partey
to
would
be
have to be
anyway?
sitting.
The box to
No,
box.
no.
No, Rice
He
wants
wants to
right.
be more of a yeah. He
I,
wants to be the
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he
Box to
wants to be
box.
more
Yeah.
box to box. He wants to be able to
But
get in
again,
both
he
boxes.
wants to interchange. Again, he wants to interchange with someone who is also a stronger defensive mechanism in the middle of the park
Hmm.
too. So he wants to interchange, not just be a normal box to box midfielder
Yeah.
without
Okay.
having defensive duties. Because
Ah,
part of his skill set is mopping up the middle and putting tackles here and there. You could see what he did against City. Uh, that's what he
Hmm.
generally does. So, of course, he can go box to box, but he naturally likes making contact recovery. So he can do that interchanging, scenario with Thomas Partey. And Thomas Partey is a good mover of the ball, is a good progressor of the ball too. So they can both interchange on that level. Thomas Partey has a good right foot. Rice also has, a good right foot too. He could take lovely shots too. At the end of the day, he could also progress the game too. So it's in their wheelhouse.
Okay. So we're gonna move on from there. The right hand side is between is gonna be between Raheem Sterling is gonna be on left hand side. So either Cole Palmer, and who plays on the right hand side for
Saka.
Oh,
Saka.
wait,
So
wait, wait,
yes,
wait,
you
wait,
can't
wait,
compete. You can't compete.
knee.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait. You
Yeah,
put
Tony, go
Sterling
ahead.
in right wing, right?
Yeah.
No,
Sterling's
he's saying
Over
on left.
Bukayo
Sterling left.
Saka?
No. He's just saying
No.
options, and he's saying that Sterling's option on the left, not on the right.
Sterling option is on the left. So we're talking about the right
Okay,
hand side,
Sterling
the
option.
right wing. Yeah, right wing.
Oh, okay,
It's Saka.
okay,
Yeah, he's just
because
saying the
Saka is
option
back.
from
Saka is
Chelsea's
back.
this, the option from Arsenal's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Saka.
okay. I wanted to jump up right now and
Oh,
hold
take
my
it
hands
easy.
in the
Take it
air.
easy,
He's
Tony.
just
Take it
doing
easy,
it so
Tony.
that people know who's
Yeah.
competing
Hold
versus
my
the
head
players.
right now and twerk all over the.
Yeah, I even said you cannot
Can
compete.
imagine a
You
grown
cannot
man like me
compete without
twerking.
name over there.
It's
Saka
horrible,
name
man.
over there. You cannot compete. But no, Tony, hold on a second, guys. We have forgotten something. Saka is not playing on Saturday. He's not injured.
No. He's coming back. He's had tests already, and they're saying he's good,
Has he
so he's going
trained?
to be back.
Has he trained with
He's been
Arsenal?
training. He has been having his rehabilitation. Yeah, he's been training.
So are
Oh,
we?
wait, do you think
Are
do you
we
think that was a
assuming?
real injury? Come
Yeah.
on, man. They just
No, I didn't
rested
know.
him.
I don't
Come
know
on,
what
man.
the.
They
I
just
haven't
rested
followed
him.
up with the medical report coming from us now. That is why I had, because it just came in my head. I was like, this guy
rested him.
injured.
He's playing. He's playing.
He's playing. So no doubt they're gonna start him, right?
He's injured, but of course he's playing. But he's playing. They're gonna start him. I'm very sure
Okay.
about that.
Okay. I mean, it's a long way. I mean, a few more days to come. Maybe he might be ready. So, in that instance, so here, on the left hand side, who do we come? Is it Jesus? Is it Nketiah, or is it Raheem Sterling? At least, arguably, we can argue
No,
on
if
that,
you're
right?
On the
talking the
left
left,
wing,
Martinelli.
Oh, the left wing.
It's
Sorry, Martinelli. Is it
it's
Martinelli?
Martinelli.
And
It's
yeah,
Martinelli.
it can be Martinelli.
Martinelli's okay. Huh? It's
Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Are
He's
you sure
okay.
Martinelli
He's okay.
over
He's playing.
Martinelli over Raheem Sterling?
Oh, are you serious? Come on.
No,
Are we doing
Martinelli.
this? Are we
Martinelli
really
over Raheem
doing this?
Sterling. No, Martinelli over Raheem Sterling this season. Martinelli over Raheem
Okay,
Sterling.
good. Yeah.
Martinelli
just
over Raheem
saying-
Sterling.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
Martinelli's played 6, started 5, 1 goal, 2 assists. Just putting that out there.
All right, that's it. Now Raheem Sterling. Look at number of goals he scored in the
Bro,
Premier
you
League.
know
and
I
assists.
dislike Sterling as well.
Come
This
on.
class. I don't like
Can't
this guy.
argue this, man.
Tony, there's no
Nee,
argument
don't do
here.
this, man. Come on,
You
now,
can't
Nee.
can't
Nee, don't
argue
do this, man.
Martinelli. You cannot argue this. Martinelli and Raheem Sterling. There's no argument here. There's no debate here. Sterling beat Martinelli every single day. Look at the statistics this season. How many goals Martinelli? 1 goal and assist. Sterling has multiple assists and number of goals.
Okay.
I think 5 goals already in the Premier League.
Bro, I dislike
Okay.
Sterling as well.
Okay.
Like, I can't lie.
Put it there.
Okay.
Bro, it's gonna be a laugh fest if anyone puts Ryan Sterling there when we
Oh,
have
come on. It
Martinelli.
won't be.
They are
Bro, I
gonna
don't even
laugh
like
this off,
Sterling.
man.
So.
It won't be.
Allow
I don't
it
think
to be
so. I don't
credible.
think it's gonna be,
Let
because
it
I
be
think
credible,
it's a fair
brother.
one.
Let it be credible.
It's really fair because Raheem
Okay.
Sterling's performance this season. Oh, is it HIM, right? Raheem Sterling.
Oh my god, you really want?
No, it's,
Oh my god,
it's
you're shameless like me, man. Wow, you are shameless like me. You actually want to put Ryan Sterling there?
Oh, come on, Sterling's his performance this season has been better than anyone.
God.
What are you talking about?
I'm staying out of this. I dislike
Even his
Sterling.
name, even
I'm not
his
putting my
name
point
doesn't want to
across.
pop out. His name doesn't want to pop out.
Bro, I'm staying out of this because I
His man
dislike
doesn't want
Sterling. I'm
number
not
plan.
involved.
Man, just put Martinelli there, man. We can
No,
give you the
come on,
number
come
9
on. No,
spot.
no, no,
Just
no,
put
no, no.
Martinelli
No,
there,
no,
man.
no, no,
Bro,
no.
Come on, man.
Come
bro,
on.
I
It can be.
dislike
It
Oh,
can
Sterling.
be.
I'm out of
nah,
this.
don't do
I
that.
ain't involved.
Nah,
No,
he
no,
doesn't.
no, no. This one, it cannot be anyone else. Martinelli cannot go over this Ryan still experienced player. No, look,
Okay.
no. To be honest with you, we're talking about this season. Stevie doesn't want to get involved, but I am standing here and I'm fighting for this young chap. Look, Ryan Sterling has started games. He's come from the bench. He's played almost every Premier League, being played for Chelsea. He's scored 5 goals. I'm not really. I don't really know
Okay.
how exactly, but I think 5 goals
5?
with
No, 3. 3.
3 goals.
Yeah, he got 2 again.
Okay.
I can't
No,
even, he's got 3 though.
what about
He got 3,
he
but
got
then again,
2 goals against what was is it not Newton Town? Newton Town.
yeah,
He's got 2 goals
and
against
then
Newton Town, and he has
he got
two
1
goals.
against Burnley.
Yeah, 2 goals against Burnley and
We're now
assist.
counting EFL Cups and oh my God.
No, we're not counting EFA.
Christ.
No, Newton Town. Newton Town is
EFA.
not
He's
EFA.
hilarious.
Tony, Newton Town is
EFL,
the
this is
Premier League.
shameless. This
Tony,
is shameless.
no, Tony, Newton Town is not EFA Cup. It's Premier League. Come on, Tony. Newton Town is Premier League.
Oh, no. Are you talking of Luton? Okay,
Yeah,
Luton.
Luton
Okay,
Town.
okay.
Yeah, Luton
Okay,
Town.
okay. Okay,
It's
all right,
Premier
all right.
League. He scored 2 goals against them, two
All right,
goals
all right.
against Burnley, and
No,
he
he
had
got 1 against
one against
Burnley,
Burnley,
didn't
and
he?
had an
Okay,
assist. He had 2 assists, isn't it?
Because he won the penalty and then he
no
had
problem.
the cross that deflected off
Yeah.
of their defender over the keeper.
Okay. So that deflected goal was taken away from him because it was deflected. So,
Yeah,
Oba,
it
come
weren't
on,
on
man.
target. That's why.
Okay. So,
No,
Ryan
it
Sterling,
wasn't taken. Okay, are you talking of Sterling?
yeah,
Yeah,
Sterling's goal.
he
Okay.
scored 1. He had 1 that was essentially a cross that deflected in, and then he won the
Okay.
penalty as well.
Okay. So now who do we put
right.
in the attacking role? Is it gonna be Jesus or is it gonna be I'm not gonna put
Is
Jackson
Gabriel
there.
Jesus?
It's
Gabriel
just
Jesus?
gonna be Jesus. Jesus and Nketiah. Which one do you prefer most?
Gabriel
Tony.
Jesus? Gabriel Jesus?
Oh.
Gabriel Jesus?
Wait, are you asking him for this, or are you
Gabriel
saying
Jesus?
in general who does he prefer?
Yeah, who does he prefer? Jesus and then Nketiah. Because Nketiah you find him most of the time in the box. Jesus, just like you said, he's doing too much link up play.
I'm a big fan of Jesus. His link up play. You can't underestimate what he does for Arsenal linking up the play. Is that guy you need to open up defenses, bring in Arsenal's forward assets together, link up play with Gabriel Martinelli, top notch. And I think that's where Chelsea Football Club will have a bigger problem because he's a very, very mobile guy when he's in the 18-yard box. I think you have a defender that can viably stop him. He's gonna make those deep cause chaos in that right hand side, trying to cut in from that right hand side. I don't think you have the muscle or the
It's going to be a lot of work though. Tony's having connection issues at this
We're
moment.
at nearly an hour and a half anyway.
Yeah.
the game, and again when that game is very, very open,
Tony, you're frozen.
Odegaard might have a
All right,
chance
I think it's
in
back.
this game
I
if
think
he
it's back.
opens up play.
Tony, can you hear me?
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear me?
can
You
hear
good? All right, good. I want to
you
make
kept
sure.
cutting out.
Okay,
That's all.
Yeah,